Welcome to the Watchmaker's Broken Time, a story about true strength. Imagine the best watchmaker in the city. He owned the finest tools, yet the only thing he used to measure time was a broken clock. Meet Elias, an apprentice at the Grand Clock Tower. He was often ignored and sometimes mocked by the others. While the other apprentices worked with gleaming chronometers, Elias relied on a cracked, silent pocket watch. It hadn't moved in years. The whole workshop saw him as incapable, a failure in the trade of precision. The master and his favorite apprentices would often chuckle, asking Elias how he could measure the minutes without a working second hand. One day, the challenge arrived. Fix the Grand Regulator, an ancient tower clock that had stood silent for a decade. It was deemed impossible. This task brought the focus back to Elias and his silent companion. We zoom in on Elias's cracked pocket watch, frozen exactly at 3:15, a symbol of his perceived inability. The other apprentices boasted of their perfect chronometers and high-tech diagnostic tools. Elias simply stood there, his silent watch in hand, and said nothing. A feeling of deep anxiety hung in the air. Could anyone fix the massive clock? Days blurred into one. The skilled apprentices failed, their modern, precise tools proving useless against the ancient, temperamental machine. Elias didn't use a single tool at first. He spent hours, eyes closed, just listening to the regulator's erratic, almost living heartbeat. Slowly, the others began to understand the depth of Elias's secret. The broken clock, frozen at 3:15, had freed Elias. He couldn't rely on false exactitude, forcing him to master the true, underlying rhythm of time. He learned to feel the machine, anticipating the flaw that their precise but ignorant instruments simply missed. The apprentices gathered, waiting for Elias's final move. The air was thick with expectation. Based only on his intuition and feel, Elias made one precise, delicate adjustment to the massive mechanism. A deep, resonant thrum filled the air. The Grand Regulator sprang to life, its massive pendulum swinging, perfectly synchronized for the first time in a decade. Elias stood there, his silent, cracked pocket watch in his hand, now a trophy of wisdom. The master watchmaker bowed his head in respect. Elias's broken object was the source of his greatest power. The greatest clarity often comes from what others perceive as broken.